วัสดีค่ะ and welcome back to A Bright Insight with me กรกนก วิชิตพันธ์ serving you the latest news on Buddhism from around the world. Our first news today is in Beijing, China. The National Museum of China exhibits extensive collection of ancient Buddhist figures. The National Museum of China in Beijing is hosting an extensive exhibition of hundreds of Buddhist artifacts excavated at Yicheng, an imperial city of northern Qi dynasty in Linjiang County, Hebei Province. The exhibition titled Peaceful Coexistence highlights the development and decline of this center of Buddhism in northern China. A total of 171 cultural relics are on display, including 131 Buddha statues, mostly from the Northern Wei dynasty to the Tang dynasty, and most of which are made of painted or gilded white marble. Of primary interest at the exhibition are the collection of Buddha statues unearthed in Yicheng in 2012. Yicheng was the Buddhist center in ancient China that fell from glory after the northern Qi rulers were defeated by the northern Zhou dynasty. During northern Zhou rule, temples at Yicheng were demolished, monks were expelled, and Buddhist statues were destroyed and the fragments buried. In 2012, a team of archaeologists excavating the Buddhist site of Yicheng unearthed a large number of antiquities and buried statues. The China Daily newspaper reported that archaeologists excavated nearly 3,000 Buddhist statues and fragments in 16 days, the most unearthed Buddhist images since 1949. Tong Shunyan, a curator at the National Museum of China, said the excavated artifacts subsequently underwent restoration and have been placed on public display for the first time. Visitors to the exhibition can witness the crossover of Indian and Chinese styles of Buddhist art as Buddhist culture spread from India to China. The Peaceful Coexistence exhibition at the National Museum of China is open to public until 6 October. Thank you, BuddhistStore.net for the news. It's time for us to get update on meditation. Study provides evidence that loving-kindness meditation slows cellular aging. In new research, scientists have shown that loving-kindness meditation has a positive impact at a cellular level. The study examined how different types of meditation influence telomere length, an indicator of physiological aging. Telomeres are the end caps of DNA on our chromosomes, which help in DNA replication and get shorter over time. Telomeres progressively shorten with cell division, such as aging in general, but may also be replenished or lengthened by the enzyme telomerase. For their 12-week-long study, the researchers recruited 176 participants between 35 to 64 years old from Durham, an Orange County of North Carolina. All of the participants reported having little to no meditation experience. The participants were randomly assigned to a 6-week loving-kindness meditation workshop and 6-week mindfulness meditation workshop or a waitlist control group to measure telomere length. The researchers collected blood samples from the participants at the beginning and end of the study, while the mindfulness meditation workshop helped the participants to cultivate a non-judgmental attitude and focus on the present moment. The loving-kindness meditation workshop helped the participants to cultivate warm and friendly feelings toward others. Overall, telomere length tended to shorten for everyone. However, the daily practice of loving-kindness meditation appeared to buffer against that attrition. The researchers said participants in the loving-kindness group show no significant telomere shortening over time, whereas participants in the mindfulness group, on average, show significant telomere shortening over time. Those changes were intermediate between loving-kindness meditation and waitlist control groups, the researchers add. The underlying mechanism that links meditation and the aging process is still unclear. The participants provided daily emotion reports throughout the study, but changes in positive and negative emotions had no relationship to changes in telomere length. And check out the link below if you're interested in this research. It's time for us to see how the Buddhists in Netherlands cultivate great merit during this Buddhist Lent. On Sunday, 25th August, the Dhammacaya Netherlands Temple organized the outreach alms offering event in Nijmegen, Netherlands. In the morning, the presiding monk, พระใบดีกาขวัญเมืองปัญญาดัมโม arrived at the ceremonial area, and devotees pay homage to the triple gem together. Afterwards, Ms. Viparat Sakakon, the lay devotees representative, lit candles and incenses to pay homage to the triple gem, followed by the pledge to be Buddhist ceremony and the request of 5 Buddhist precepts. Then, devotees meditated together, following the abbot's tape recording. Prasander Kinmadammo led Dutch locals to meditate in Dutch. Afterwards, contributors of various funds offered alms to venerable monks. Before the alms offering ceremony began, devotees took a group photo together. The ceremony was also joined by the locals and passerby. Rejoice in your merit. And the next news is taking place in Sri Lanka. Thousands of Buddhists gathered together to light thousands of candles in homage to the Lord Buddha. Thai and Sri Lankan Buddhists gather at Siravana Bodhi Viharaya in Kandy to light the candles in homage to the Lord Buddha on the night of 8th August. It is an old-age tradition that has existed since the beginning of Buddhism. The light from the candle is stated to symbolize the enlightenment of the Lord Buddha. Buddhist devotees also take this opportunity to recall the Lord Buddha's teachings and to pledge to do only good in the world. This merit-making venue was being prepared ahead by the student volunteers from Mahaveli Nation College of Education and Open University of Sri Lanka in collaboration with Dhammacaya Foundation. Let us continue to rejoice in the merit from the establishment for the auspicious stone for the Uttaku Kepa Sima.
The city of Kandy in Sri Lanka, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is home to Dalada Maligawa, or the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic, where the sacred tooth of the Lord Buddha is enshrined. Having coexisted with the city for many centuries, the sacred tooth relic is considered one of the holiest objects by Buddhists throughout the world. And every day, Sri Lankan Buddhists and pilgrims from around the world would visit to pay respect to the sacred tooth relic as a blessing to their lives. In Kandy, Buddhism and the Buddhist culture have been so admirably preserved that one can say it is a sacred city for Buddhists in Sri Lanka and all over the world. The Sanapatra Title Award Presentation Ceremony to a representative from Wat Prat Dhammacaya at Sri Salawana Bodhi Viharaya Temple in Pokola, Kandy, Sri Lanka, Monday, August 12, 2019. Buddhism continues to thrive and Buddhist culture runs deep due to the continual support and organization of Buddhist events. As such, on August 12, 2019, over 300 Buddhist monks from Sri Lanka, Nepal, Thailand, Myanmar, and Bangladesh participated in a sacred Buddhist ceremony. The monastic community entered the ceremonial ground in a procession as traditional auspicious drumming of the Mangubera played, creating a joyous atmosphere for all Sri Lankans and international guests. The solidarity exhibited is a testimony to the strength and unity of the Buddhist faith. The procession soon made its way into Sri Salawana Bodhi Viharaya Temple, and to the site where the Utaku Kepa Sima is to be established. Today's auspicious ceremony was graciously presided over by the Supreme Patriarchs from the four Nigayas in the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. It was a tremendous honor to have the Supreme Patriarchs kindly act as the fertile field of merit for all Sri Lankan and international Buddhists. The ceremony commenced when Miss Lalipat Jainjo, a representative from Wat Prat Tamagaya, gracefully walked to the center of the ceremony, elegantly dressed in the Mahalada Prasad ornament, a reproduction of the prized dress once worn by Maha Ubasika Visakha. As the monastic community chanted the auspicious blessing, Miss Jainjo gently unveiled the curtain of the auspicious stone in honor of Venerable Prakuba Chayabun Tamachayo, the main benefactor of Utaku Kepa Sima. This was followed by the sprinkling of holy water by the most venerable Badanda Tutiwara, abbot of Choijin Taimaji Temple in Mandalay, Myanmar. In the ceremony, the most venerable Yati Rawana Silananta Tero, abbot of Sri Salawana Bodhi Viharaya Temple, delivered a speech on the aim of today's event, to extol the noble Buddhist way of life as a testimonial for the international community. The presence of the most venerable Supreme Patriarchs from the four Nigayas, namely Siam, Askiliya, Amarapura, and Ramanya, along with many international senior monks, was historic and helped strengthen the faith and unite the four Buddhist communities. In this ceremony, Honorable Karu Jayasuriya, Speaker of the Parliament of Sri Lanka, Mr. Gamini Jayawikrama Pereira, Minister of Putta Sasana of Sri Lanka, and Mr. Kesira Senana Yake, current mayor of Kandy, kindly acted as chairman for the event. This milestone congregation demonstrated to the alliance of Buddhists who are ready to work together to support and promote all future Buddhist activities. During the auspicious event, the four Buddhist communities meditated together to purify their minds as a way to pay homage to the Buddha and prepare their minds for the upcoming meritorious event. Honorable devotees from Myanmar and Wat Prat Tamagaya in Thailand led everyone in declaring the verses for the offering of the chapel and Sankadana to the monastic community in Pali and Burmese. The feeling of bliss and elation filled everyone's heart because they were contributing to the preservation of Buddhism in the country of Sri Lanka. The pristine nature of Buddhism was on display as the procession, led by Maha Upasika Visakha, who was holding the saffron robes, together with other lay supporters for the establishment of the Utaku Kepa Sima, calmly entered the center of the ceremony. The splendor of the Mahalada Prasad ornament that was meticulously recreated evoked images of the time when the actual Maha Upasika Visakha accumulated great merits while championing Buddhism. She was the foremost female lay disciple of the Buddha. The reenactment of a story from the time of the Buddha was carried out so that present-day Buddhists throughout the world can appreciate the value of wholesome deeds and have faith in the fruits of merit as recorded in the Tipitaka. In order to keep Buddhism prospering in Sri Lanka, Miss Jane Job, dressed as Maha Upasika Visakha, and company offered necessities and donation towards the establishment of the new chapel to the Sangha community, with the Supreme Patriarchs acting as the presiding monks. Other lay devotees from Thailand, a disciple of Wat Prat Thamagaya, followed by offering robes, necessities, and donation as well. It was an extremely rare opportunity to have all the Supreme Patriarchs present to be a great field of merit for the lay community. The final event was the Sana Patra Title Award Presentation Ceremony, conceived by the Supreme Patriarchs of the four Nikayas and the government of Sri Lanka as a way to express gratitude to the four Buddhist communities for their dedication in safeguarding Buddhism in Sri Lanka and the rest of the world. The first recipients of the special award were to two dedicated senior monks from Myanmar. Their awards were offered by the Speaker of the Parliament and the Minister of Puttatasana of Sri Lanka. Miss Donini from Myanmar and Miss Lalipat Jainjob, representing the devotees of Wat Prat Thamagaya, were also presented with awards for their dedication in supporting Buddhism in the same manner as Maha Upasika Visakha. The establishment of the Utaku Kepa Sima on this land is a splendid deed. It is a historic merit that demonstrates to the devotion of the lay people who willingly dedicate their mind and body to disseminate Buddhism far and wide. The new chapel will become the center for uniting the hearts and mind of Buddhists in Sri Lanka and the world to be one, in the same way that there is only one sun in the sky, in order to perpetuate Buddhism and propagate the invaluable teachings of the Buddha throughout the world.
Before we say goodbye, let us end a bright insight with the Lord Buddha's teaching. There is happiness in life, happiness in friendship, happiness of a family, happiness in a healthy body and mind. But when one loses them, there is suffering. That's all for our news today, and please check out all episodes of our news program by visiting our GBN Global Buddhist Network official website, gbnus.com, or from the Facebook page, GBN US. Thank you for joining us, and see you again next week. สวัสดีค่ะ